That's like me with Jimmy Butler making shots. Every time I watch, it's just looks like Tony Allen.
They both started to do the thing again. I was really funny when I looked at the record compared to last week for those two teams. Is both the Raptors and the Heat had one win at the start of last week, and it seemed like it might be going bad. Now they're both one game under 500.
Yep, I would say.
Real fast.
They gonna look like garbage all season.
To get Tyler Hero up out of there, they letting him take a lot of shots. Or is he there to stay?
Take no shots, man. Right now, I mean, they got to replace Tyler Hero, trade Tyler Hero.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the.
I don't know.
The thing about Miami is they're just okay with smelling bad until it produces results.
I just feel like Jimmy needs more than that this season.
Yeah, it feels like it.
I've seen some Heat fans, some of these younger Heat fans saying Jimmy deserves better. They should trade him. Saying Jimmy deserves out. It's only last time to win a ring.
That's so weird. That's a weird conundrum, right? Because there really isn't a better out there. Because the reason he can do what he does is because he's in the East, and if he goes to the West, it's not as good. Like, it's easy. Like, it's just going to be easier to pull off out in the East. And none of the other teams in the East are offering anything better than what Miami is, except for the team that punted on you already. And you can't. I don't think he's gotten in to go back to Philly at this point.
Right? He's the only team. It's that conference, man.
Like, I don't know. Rather play for the Knicks or the Heat at this point. What we really
the Knicks. God, I hate seeing them on TV.
It got old fast, man. I was RJ
like, Barrett been hooping though. I seen.
Yeah, he had a good game.
They're good.
He ran the Clippers off the court. Him and Drew.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's who they was playing. I forgot that's who they was playing.
See that's a team right there.
I don't know how to feel about either one of those. Cavs or the Knicks. Those are in the weird spot for me where I feel like I could just kind of have to keep them in the mix because they were 4-5 right last year.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really stopping them from probably being in the same spot this year. I don't know if I can trust any of the young teams or the Hawks ahead of them to keep it going.
I separate them. I got Cavs. I trust. I feel like Cavs. I trust that they get healthy.
They not beating nobody.
They're not gonna beat. I think just trust us like being a good regular season. I just think they can be a really good regular season team in the East if they get healthy.
I'm starting to realize I don't like any other players.
Who's not? Who has Jared Allen played yet?
Yeah, he's been back. Yeah.
He's back. Has everybody back now?
Yeah. I shouldn't say I don't like any other players. I don't like Donovan Mitchell. I'm starting to get a little. Mobley's probably fine. He's had some good moments with people being out, but also again, it's only year 3, so you can only expect so much. I don't know. I just don't think it works. I don't think. I think if the two big thing would work, it's not with those two guards, and if the two guard thing would work, it's not with those two bigs. And I don't know.
What does not work? Is it like missing the playoffs? Is it 8 seed?
I think instead of being the 4 or 5, were they 4? They were the 4 seed. Instead of being in that 4 or 5, I could see them either being in the 6 or being in the play-in because the Magic and the Pacers kind of leap them type thing. That's what I would be surprised.
My Pacers taking off this season.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying not to get. They're a hard one to beat. I'm trying not to get too hopeful for them because it is a young group. But if Tyrese is really that dude,
didn't he just drop 40?
He lost that game.
They lost.
It was a close one. He did a little Tragic Johnson where he kind of just dribbled. He dribbled the ball out. He had the down. Were they down 2? Down 1 or down 2, and he was kind of ISO, and somehow he ended up from the wing back to half court, and he never really made a move. It was rough, but he lost it. But besides that, he been moving. So yeah, I'm trying. That's the thing. I guess that's the thing for me. And also, it seems like the Hawks. I don't know what to think. I never know what to think about the Hawks or Trae Young.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I just kind of settled. Yeah, that's why I feel like those 3 teams right there. Just looking at it, it's like I kind of just put the Cavs on the top and put the Knicks at the bottom. But really, it's one big category.
Yeah, those 5. Yeah. This 5 right here.
Yeah, it could go in any order, but I kind of because I guess off the Cavs defense, I guess last year is what I guess that a defense that good enough in the Eastern Conference to just for me to be like, by the end of the 82 game season, that's probably going to be one of the 3 or 4 best defenses in the conference. Yeah. That translates to wins. And the Pacers, Hawks, and Magic all have some things to probably figure out in terms of just being their defense. That's something. The Cavs just probably being potentially or last year probably the best defensive team of that bunch and going into this year. But yeah, no, I'm saying it could go. You're talking to me. The way I see it now, though, is that that group, anybody can kind of finish anywhere in that group. I guess it's like I wouldn't be surprised if the Cavs finished lower because they're all just really close and bunched up all season. Especially if the Pacers and the Magic seem like they can put some pressure on this. Yeah, put some pressure on in the East, make it more interesting than the Chicago Bulls have the last couple years. Nobody cares about the Chicago Bulls. Anyways.
Anything else on the East? Probably kind of hit a lot of the main players. You want to talk about Philly or Milwaukee? I feel like Philly.
Milwaukee's struggling, aren't they?
Yeah, it's been weird. It hasn't been great necessarily. I feel like
their defense.
This is just who they are.
Well, they're trying. That's the thing. They're trying. Well, yeah, I mean, kind of. That's right. They're trying not to be who they are, but they're just kind of who they are. It's like they're trying to do the thing where they're more aggressive. Like how Brook Lopez usually just kind of chills in the paint on pick and roll kind of type thing. They're trying to be more aggressive in space. It hasn't been going great necessarily. It's funny how things come around. Because it's the exact same thing Jason Kidd was trying to do with the Bucks back when he was coaching Giannis.
It's like hard heads, or are they trying to
I don't know if they're going as aggressive. Like Jason Kidd was being super aggressive, hard heads, like trying to trap out there, cause chaos type thing. I don't think they're going that far necessarily, but Brook is showing kind of further out, and stuff like that, and that hasn't been going great. And just I don't know. I think the offense is going how you thought it might go if you put Dame Lillard and Giannis together and neither one of them changed their game all that much. And that's not even really a knock on Dame because I don't think he's the one that needs to change much in this scenario. Yeah. But I think that's the thing. Giannis is still doing Giannis things, and you kind of can imagine how that goes for an offense where it's why aren't you just setting the screen for Dame or getting the screen from Dame or doing something involving Dame right now?
Yeah, that's interesting to hear because I would say you do just kind of build it up simply enough to not even saying Giannis is maybe a more impactful offensive player than Damian Lillard is separate going into this, but you do build it around Dame and Dame's skill set and just that's in because Giannis is Giannis he'll dominate off that but if he's I don't know. The Bucks have always been interesting to me, but they know how to win in that conference. Giannis knows how to get wins in that conference.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, the 4-2, despite not looking great, kind of speaks to that even there.
But feels like that's that kind of Warriors thing back in the day when we first started getting good. We used to say it's just the wins aren't pretty, but we know what it feels like to have none of these wins. The Bucks kind of consistently can kind of be that team that's just pulling them out. Damian Giannis going to be in a game, not going to be getting blown out too often.
Yeah, until they make that West Coast trip.
Yep. I mean,